Alright, hey guys, and welcome back. Welcome back. I know we're starting in super cropped, but I'm going to be doing makeup, so I thought I would just cut to the chase and put us in makeup mode. Today I thought it would be fun to do, I'm calling it a get ready with me because I'm just chatting and putting on makeup. I'm not getting ready for anything. But really the other reason that I was motivated to make this was because I've been in a big decluttering mood yet again in my life. That seems to happen almost every week at this point. I was going through some really random categories in my life, which I plan on making a video about pretty soon, but one of them was my I'm really trying to narrow down my makeup, I'll say hygiene, personal care, because I have just too much stuff and stuff that I know I don't love to use, so my hope is to use it up, or you know, in normal situations I would be oh, to a friend or family member, do you want to try this? I'm not loving it, maybe it'll work for you. You know, that doesn't really happen for me right now, but I currently have it in this container. I'm not happy with this. I do want it to be more condensed, but this is what I'm working with for now. So to finally get to the point, I'm focusing on makeup that I'm either in between if I want to give it away or not, give me something a last shot, and kind of trying to justify to myself, maybe I can convince myself to get rid of a few more things in here. That would be a win. But yeah, big problem is these are quite large, which I could always just keep them separate, but that's kind of annoying. I like things to be in condensable, packable containers. I always start with, well wait, am I doing anything to my face? I have two foundations that I was going to declutter today. They were already in this box. And one is this Clinique Beyond Perfecting Powder Foundation that I've had for probably 5 or 6 years at this point. But this one is obviously a bit on the newer side. If you've been here, got it during Vlogmas last fall. A Marc Jacobs Shameless Youthful Look 24-hour foundation. I did enjoy this, not gonna lie. I just don't wear skin product ever, so I really don't feel like putting this on my face. I think I'm gonna call it on this. I'm not doing skin. So what I always do to my eyes and whatnot, I just got something in my eye. I have two concealers that I know, I'm pretty sure I talked about in a video. I've been pretty happy with both of them, but I feel it's kind of ridiculous for someone who literally just puts it on their eyes to have two concealers. So I think I'm going to put one on each eye and see if there's one I prefer the shade or blendingness to it. There might not be, and then I might just choose one, honestly. So I guess on my right I'll do the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, which I just have a feeling if I'm gonna stick with one, I'm gonna stick with this one. I don't even fully know why. It's not like I'm super passionate about one over the other. I just always gravitate towards this concealer for some reason. I guess I just either like applying it, I like how it looks on my skin, I don't know. This seems to be a bit on the deeper side, maybe a shade deeper, more of almost it's not, but I'm in my brain I'm thinking of it more as a sand shade, a little more muted. And the Wet n Wild, I'm realizing this is open, it's fair beige, so it's a slightly darker shade, and this would probably be better for if I was doing skin. I also feel like the e.l.f. is a slightly more wet. Choosing e.l.f. That took me 15 minutes. Choosing e.l.f. Choosy people choose e.l.f. Okay, so for eyes, I'm gonna move my lipstick for a second. For eyes, I was thinking of decluttering, which this is not easy for me. I love eyes. I'm thinking of decluttering these two makeup palettes, which I know, if anyone's watching my videos, I talk about these all the time. It's not because I don't like them. I love these. But I've accumulated quite a bit of eyeshadow palettes. Up to the two you saw in the beginning, and these two as well. This one being my favorite color palette of literally all time, and this one being made for me. Filled with shades that I heavily identify with. And then my other two palettes of just colors I use all the time. So it kind of came down to okay, if I keep these, I will literally have 6 eyeshadow palettes, which to some people seems like a lot, to some people will seem like nothing. you are where you are, you have what you feel you need. It felt like a lot for me, and I was just like looking at them and I was like, well, out of literally everything, every other palette for me is either something I completely love or have customized myself, so that obviously I love it. So these two just made the most sense to not have. And I was kind of looking at the colors, and I love these palettes. Like, I really do love these palettes. And I would still recommend them to really anyone. I think they're beautiful. I just don't think I need them in comparison to everything else. So I'm going to make a look completely out of the palettes I plan on keeping, to just prove to myself I don't need these. That feels like the right call. I'm happy I made a decision on the fly. Okay, I'm probably not going to like show too much of what I'm doing, because honestly, most of these are a mishmash of like old stuff and different palettes mixed together. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna be totally honest, because I don't know where all these shadows came from, and a bunch of them are built by me. So I'm just gonna do a look. Sorry. Alright, so this was all done with a mix of basically these two. This is like a palette I've had made since maybe beginning of high school. Primarily ColourPop, but a few random things that I've pulled out from other palettes, and this, which we all know I'm obsessed with. I'm going to apply, I just am basically down to only owning one mascara, which is probably what most of us should be doing, because let's be real, these don't last that long, slash you shouldn't be using them that long because they're pretty grody, which that's the thing for a lot of things on makeup, but for some reason mascara is like in my brain, it's like, okay, it's time to get rid of this. Currently I just have the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume. This I get every once in a while, like maybe once every year, 2 year, no, not every year, every 2 to 3 years I'll get it, just because this is the first mascara I ever had when I started doing makeup, and because it's the one my mom still uses, I'm pretty sure. I think my sister still uses it. This is just the mascara my mom got us both started on. So sometimes I like to go do like a little throwback, because it's like not even that fantastic of a mascara, but there's just like, you know, that bit of like a, oh my god, this is what I used to use. I messed up and I got brown. So I'm just using this until it runs out, but if I had to like have a go-to, it would either be, I really like the L'Oreal one, and I really like the Essence / Princess one. Those are basically my two go-tos. So next would obviously be highlight, which I have forced myself to limit to 3 things. I've forced myself to limit to 3 things. Truly, I sometimes just use glitter eyeshadow as highlight. I love a really like glistening highlight if I'm gonna go for it, because again, I primarily use this for photography. If I am traveling, I believe in one of my last videos I did talk about the NYX Bright Idea Illuminating Stick. This one was in the shade Chardonnay Shimmer, and I think it is really, really pretty, and it has so much product, it's insane. But it for me was just a little too close to other colors that I own, and I have this Benefit Double Up and Glow Highlight and Sunbeam Highlighting Duo that my mom got for my sister and I for Christmas either last year or 2 years ago. I've clearly used a lot of the pink side. I only use the golden bronze side if it is summertime. And I didn't go outside this summer, so I had no reason to use this. And then beyond that, I'm just going to use my Dead Man Tell No Tales Lorac highlighting palette. I do really like the illuminating stick. Like, if you are looking for something travel and like easy and like super usable, this is great. If you're freaked out by germs, I don't know what to tell you. Super easy. Super easy. Alright, so if I were to be doing a face color, I would basically be mixing eyeshadows together, whether it's something from my palette, or I really like to use this Morphe Copper Spice palette because it's just a variety of browns, if I can get it open. So I use this quite a lot, and I will almost always just use it with this large powder brush, just to kind of like swoosh colors together depending on what kind of tones I'm going for. Swipe it on here and basically be done with it. And this I will use for colored blushes, aka eyeshadow. I like to use this when I'm going something like heavy in here, you know. So these are definitely a keep for me, and I'm probably going to do this because this will switch between highlight or a colored I can probably get rid of every other powder brush I have because I don't use face products at all. Okay, I haven't done eyebrows. I haven't been doing my eyebrows in a really long time. I have all samples I was given. Actually, the Anastasia I might have purchased, or I was like given as a gift. I can't remember. All eyebrow pencils that I was either gifted or were like samples or something. I have an IT Cosmetics one, an Anastasia, and a Benefit. Yeah, I don't really have a huge preference to any of them. Honestly, I would probably, once I'm done with most of these or they get just to whatever, I'm probably just gonna get rid of all of them and just use eyeshadow. I just kind of do this, and then I really stopped doing my eyebrows. It's just sometimes I do them for photos. I'll do them today. I guess I'll use the Benefit. So I've done every part of my face except obviously any kind of bronzer, contour, or colored blush because I just don't feel like it. I think it'd be a lot with this eye look right now. So the last thing I would come to would be the lips, which I have difficulty with this at times. I'm not going to lie. I have not a lot from where I used to be, but I still have more than I would like to. So what do I do? Neither of them would go with what I'm doing, with what I'm wearing right now. I don't hate it that much. So there is that. That is basically everything I would do normally. Wow. I think this is why I like stopped filming makeup videos, because I don't really care about wearing it and I just ramble for an hour long. Over an hour long. I really hope I didn't completely bore you out of your mind, but I probably did. That's okay, I won't take offense to that. I'm very self-aware that I chat for a long period of time, but if you made it this long, thank you so much. I hope you kind of enjoyed, I won't say appreciated, I hope you kind of enjoyed or found a little bit of satisfaction in my very all over the place way of trying to decide what to declutter. Yeah, I'm actually kind of digging the eye look. It's basically, you know, sunset on top with a little blue on the bottom, just a little fun, not a revolutionary idea whatsoever. I can't wait for all this lipstick to be on in 5 minutes when I go eat something. So thank you so much for watching. I would love to hear, again, just how you're doing right now. If you'd like to hear any like decluttering content or anything like that, comment down below. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, so much for your patience if you made it through this, and I will see y'all in the next one.